Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Lovin Daily, where we're brought to you by Petra Insurance, but we'll get to that in a second because we're also in the studio with Simran. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I was about to say we're brought to you by Simran.
Brought to you by one day I'll be your sponsor.
You could be. The way she walked into the studio this morning,
With
looking fresh,
hair.
smelling fresh. No, you smell amazing.
With hair stinking.
Well, you said you came in and you were like, guys, my hair stinks of. Do you want to explain it?
Apple cider vinegar. I read, last night I was in the office late and I'm just like, something, like my hair was like, oh, it's falling. So like I Googled remedies and I saw apple cider vinegar makes your hair shine, it prevents hair fall. Just like, whoa, I have it. Let me try it.
I get the home remedies, but because we mentioned like if you put hops in your hair and sometimes they say like yolk and stuff, but aren't you supposed to do it when it's wet and then you leave it in overnight or something and then you wash it out?
Oh, I did when it was wet and I left it for like 3 minutes and it stinks this much. Imagine if I left it
so it was
on
wet
overnight.
and then you cleaned it.
Yeah, well, after shampooing, like rinsing with apple cider. But yeah, I just didn't put it like that, Casey.
Fab hair.
Not that dumb.
But I do like the home remedies in terms of instead of paying like $200 for these expensive treatments, try these things at home. Simran will report back to us. Can you do it like every day for once a week for like a month?
You sit next to me, so you have to bear it.
Have I spoken too soon?
You sit next to, you know what? Done. Good for a month. But you deal with this man.
I have a holiday. Anyway, guys, today we're going to talk about, in terms of holidays, you can now get a permit for a caravan in Dubai for the new caravan site, which is really cool. We also have a big story brought to you by Emiratis. What is this brought to you by? There's new rules if you're a resident traveling into Dubai, which is very huge. Before we get to that, I want to let you know that today's show is brought to you by Petra Insurance Brokers, which is now offering an affordable insurance program that gives you the best access to the world's best specialists and hospitals, including hospitals like Mayo Clinic, for both you and your family. Now, this type of insurance covers both you and your treatments and travel costs for as little, now this is small, $2.70 a day. Now, while Petra Insurance is the sponsor of this show, and we'll get to more later in the show, the opinions and statements are Lovin Dubai's. So, leading into our top story, big news broke. If you're a resident coming into Dubai, tell us more about it.
Okay, so now this is great because not just Emiratis, but now UAE-bound passengers from select 56 countries can get a PCR test upon arrival. Now, this update was given on the Emirates website, so it's official, and it was announced yesterday on Monday. And now UAE residents flying in from 56 select countries can get a PCR test in Dubai. Like once they arrived in Dubai, they can get the PCR test done here instead of getting a PCR test done beforehand. How the rules still apply to other countries if you're not like from these 56 countries. And apart from that, residents coming in from these countries can also show a negative test certificate that lasts up to 96 hours. So this is a massive change in regulations. And so I'll just list out some of the countries now that this rule applies to. China, Canada, Denmark, Bulgaria, Netherlands, New Zealand, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Kuwait, the UK, Turkey, United States, but only a couple of states from the US like New York, Washington, DC, Boston, Chicago, Seattle, but other countries.
So that's so interesting because, well, first of all, I think the key message here is if you're traveling and you're a resident, check with your airline because it's different rules for different airlines and they're all following regulations. But the first thing to do, check with your airline that you're traveling with. But just because, like you mentioned, a couple of the countries there, 56 countries in total, Ireland, I know, has just gone into full lockdown. But if you're traveling here, they've relaxed the laws.
Yeah.
And then with the US, if you're traveling, it's only a certain number of states.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the UK, if people are traveling from the UK, I know Amy Jones, your parents are coming over soon. This is going to be good news for them. So yeah, it's just check with your airline. And also, I just wonder do you think the list of countries is based on residents here or based on rules in that country? I just wonder how they figured it out.
Honestly, I have no idea because I know like a lot of countries listed in this, they have like a huge number of cases right now and the second wave and everything. So I'm just not sure like what it is that makes them decide, okay, like they don't need a PCR test before coming, and these countries, like they ease up for these countries. I'm not sure like what goes on behind this.
And you will have to get it on arrival, and as I'm aware, it's actually free on arrival as well, which is pretty cool news.
Nice. That's really nice.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And if you guys want more information on the same, we will have the article up on our Lovin Dubai site very soon, which you can access on the app as well.
Soon. Guys, we'll move into our next story. This is huge news. If you're a caravan owner in Dubai, you can soon stay for free for 30 days at Dubai's Jebel Ali beach. So it's almost ready for caravans. We spoke about this before the show. And now the government is now accepting your requests for camping permits for the new Jebel Ali beach site. So basically, if you remember, for a good while, and it was ended like a month ago, Al Safa Beach was kind of the home for caravans in Dubai. You're able to go there with your caravan, have a lovely little break. A month ago, that was removed. So I think as a caravan owner, if I was one, I'd be like, oh no, because it was the only place in Dubai that you could actually bring your caravan to. It was the only beach. So now they've opened up this new site at Jebel Ali Beach, and I've actually been going to this beach quite a lot recently, all through the summer, because it's an unofficially dog-friendly beach. And now what I've noticed in the last month or two, they've been redeveloping it, they've been making it safe, and we were trying to figure out what it would be. Jebel Ali Beach is now the caravan destination. They're going to have different, what are they going to have? Like fun water amenities. I have it here. Aqua games, food trucks, and also caravan camping. You can go for free for 30 days as long as you get your permit in advance. So that's the update there. There is now a new caravan beach in Dubai. You know, when I was younger, we stayed in caravans. It was so great.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me about
Am I
it.
an Irish
It sounds
stereotype
so
because
nice.
I had a caravan? I was just like, okay.
Stories are crazy. This caravan owning stories of yours.
We moved into a mobile home, which was a little bit bigger, a little bit more permanent. Not as our permanent house, it was like our somewhere by the beach. It was great. It was a really good time.
They make movies on you. They make
What do you
movies
mean on
around
you?
this. Like, people who stay in caravans. Like in that American
It wasn't our
story
permanent home, I'll just
kind of
say
thing.
that. And we were 6 kids. Could you imagine my mum and 6 kids running around a caravan?
See, they do make stories on you.
And if ever my brother used to play a lot of tennis, we would travel around the country in the caravan.
Wow.
Anyway, there's only one place you can do it in Dubai. I think this, so I'm like pro this so much. I just need to get, or like I think it's probably, they're calling it a caravan, but I think in Dubai, I was up in Sharjah a while ago, and they have an area for them, and it's more like motorhomes, and they're these huge motorized massive tanks that you could probably fit a family of 15. Like, they've moved on from my day.
Wow.
Anyway,
I mean, rent would like 100% be a billion times cheaper in these places. So.
yeah, well, it's free
Why
for
not?
30 days only, and you need a permit.
Oh, okay. I don't know how
yeah, it's
that
free.
works, but it's cool. That's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be back shortly to talk about a massive live event which you can watch virtually, happening very, very shortly. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back after that. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you after this message. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. We are back at Simran and I. We're talking about a massive live streamed event to support Lebanon. It's happening in Dubai. If you want to know about it, it's happening on the Lovin Dubai Facebook page, which is really, really cool. Basically, it's also at Dubai Opera. So it's a one-day live streamed musical festival to raise funds to support the Emirates Red Crescent humanitarian efforts in Lebanon. So it's basically a virtual event, and the aim is actually to generate 10 million streams. They need you to watch it, but they also aim to raise 1 million dirhams. They want us all to donate. You can actually watch this from home. The best way to hear about it is for you to spread the word. Let's have a night in next Tuesday, and I kind of want to get Rally Dubai for this. Everyone can watch it, and if you want to donate, we'll give you the donate links in a second. But it's called DXB for BEY. It's a live stream event, 7 p.m. November 3rd. And basically all of Dubai is getting together for this. A lot of presenters, comedian Wanu Chung is actually presenting it. We're going to be live streaming it, but also a lot of other publishers are live streaming it. And it's basically to raise donations for Lebanon, which I think is very, very cool. Do we have events like this? To me seems a bit like a one-off event. Like, we rarely have live streamed events that people are going to sit at home, watch, donate to. It's a bit like it's a bit like, what's the name? You know, these like live stream events that happen, maybe it's before your time. Do you know what I'm trying to get at? They were.
But I mean, feel like this is very common now in light of the pandemic and the lockdown and stuff. So many people have been holding virtual concerts, virtual DJ sets and stuff. So this has just become the norm. Did you find it? What it's called?
No, and I'm just it's the global guys. If anyone's watching, please give me the name.
What are you saying? Like before our time? I didn't hear you. Like
So,
how could they have this before our time?
Was it
like virtual
Bono?
stuff?
Bono, Live Aid, the Live Aid events that happened.
Yeah.
Ali's were like,
I don't know.
okay, I need to. So Live Aid happened 2020, 1985, and it was basically to raise money for different relief efforts at the time. It was basically they got like the biggest bands of that time got together, and it was maybe on different stages, and then huge events. Maybe it happened in London, and then people around the world would watch. It was basically a way to raise a lot of money for a certain cause.
That sounds really cool, and
That's
I think
an
that's what's
overview.
happening now.
That's an overview of what it is, but that's what they're trying to do at Dubai Opera. They want to get the whole region watching it. They also have big names, so Layla Cardan is playing. I'm going to go through some of the names. Neymar's playing, Chris Fade is going to be there, a lot more big names there on the night, but we're all going to tune in virtually, and it's going to be on the Lovin Dubai Facebook page, but also I know Khaleej Times are streaming it, What's On is streaming it. A lot of publishers just want the word to get out, and then also to get people donating, and you can donate now if you want to do it ahead of time at dxb4bea.com.
Yes, and it's for a very, very, very important cause.
Exactly. And we'll move on to our final story, just to talk about something a little bit more, but very, very important. Here is the lowdown on getting amazing protection with an affordable plan for critical illness treatment worldwide. So this is something that we need to talk about. Looking after your family and yourself means having access to the best medical healthcare around the world. Treatment for critical illnesses can be very costly, but that's why, and that's where the right insurance plan insurance can give you peace of mind if anything does happen. So today, sponsor of the show is Petra Insurance Brokers. We're talking about their health cover abroad, which gives you access to the best doctors in the world in the event of major illness like cancer, where we know can exhaust your wallet basically and can be a major stress on your family. They say it's not medical insurance or life insurance, but a focused plan for specific critical illnesses in the best hospitals and all over the world. And then they also want to highlight that it's not that expensive. So from $2.70 a day for adults and 70 cents a day for each child after that. So it's basically the best cover in the world, worldwide, in some of the best hospitals with the best specialists, but not as expensive as you might think.
Yeah, and it's always better to be safe than sorry. So it's just important getting insured. You just don't know what life is going to throw your way. So it's always better to be covered and insured.
100. It's always this planning ahead conversation that I have, and some people are with it, right? When you're like, okay, I've got whenever I go traveling, I get my travel insurance, and I have my house insurance, and I have my this and that, and I have saved for the next 5 years, and I have my 10-year plan, and then I feel like there's me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
some people are just
sure.
but every time I read about different types of insurance cover, I'm like, why have I not sorted this out yet? It's not that expensive. It's so important.
It is, because if something goes wrong, you're just like, oh, like you wish you could go back in time and get that insurance. So now you can.
Especially when it's if it's your family involved. So I think it maybe that's when kind of the match strikes and you're like, okay, if I'm looking after a family. I do have Goose.
He's more than enough for a family.
She.
Oh, she? Sorry.
Isn't Goose such a male?
Yeah,
a lot of people think Goose is a boy.
Yeah, but it's a little girl, cute little girl.
Yeah, and I met another dog owner called Goose at the weekend.
You just want to make it clear it's a dog. People are gonna think you own a goose.
Goose gets a lot of shout outs on this show. She does. She really does.
Okay, then people know.
Anyway, if you meet a dog called Goose, she's mine. And that's all the Goose updates for today.
Bye, Gooseians.
Bye, Gooseians. Guys, that's it for the show. Thank you, Alibaba. Thank you, Simon. We're back with you every single weekday morning. Have a good one.
See ya. Bye.
Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.